Well, here we are. It is March 1st. March is easily, without a doubt, without a question, my favorite month of not just the first quarter of the year, not even just the first 6 months of the year, but of the whole year, right? And so you might think that maybe it's my favorite month because it happens to be my birthday this month. No, that's not quite it. The thing is that this month right here, which you can't see but you can feel maybe, it's Air Max month, right? Because Air Max Day is this month and I am a big Air Max guy. And here we are, been waiting on it for a while because, you know, it's usually the time to break out some Air Maxes, get some new ones. It's a thing that I do. Maybe it's the thing that some of you do also. On that subject, today broke out these guys, which is the Voltage Purple Ultra Air Max Plus OGs. These are nice. It's one of those things where, like, walking around, you look down at your shoes as I was at the gym, and you look down, you see this, and you're like, man, that is a nice color. So these, I mean, they're still sitting around for whatever reason. It's beyond me why, but definitely something that you should check out. There's also a lot of sales going on, so I think you can get 20% off, bring them down to, I don't know, I think they're 160, so roughly 130, something like that. Yeah, it'd be 130 around there. Anyways, so the only thing that could make today better would be to receive a box in the mail, and that happens to be, bam, what happened. And not only did it happen once, it also happened twice. So, but for this video, we're only going to talk about the first one because that's just how I go. So, without further ado, let's get into this. Now, this particular, try to find a good spot to cut into this thing. This particular package I've been waiting on for a while, like a long while. And, okay, it's something that originally sold out, and I don't think there were any restocks. But, if there were, I didn't see them. Maybe I missed them, maybe they were just that fast. But anyway, so they came, I was online, I was ready to buy them as soon as the release happened. That didn't go through, so I ended up having to spend much more money to get them. It was, I mean, it was retail price, but in euros, so it was like, I don't know, it was like 190, something like that. Man, I don't know, my mom put all kinds of tape on here for no real reason, other than to upset me. But anyway, so I bought them for what came out to be like 120. How is there tape on everything? What came out to be like $225, something like that, from a few. I don't know if any of you guys are familiar with that, but that's the store where I bought them from. And they shipped out of Dusseldorf, somewhere around there. Took you know, not too much time, but then getting them from her to here, that was another story. But they're here now, and I guess that's what matters. So let's cut into another box. Hopefully these are in pretty good shape, because after traveling across the world and then back across it in another direction, I have my doubts, I really do. But we're gonna see, and man, just the glimpse of this box, oh, it is beat down badly, but look at that guy right there. Wasn't that like, is that upside down? No, it's not even upside down, look at that. It's all glossy, got these hologram things going on. I mean, a lot of you probably know what the box is now, I mean, it's in the camera and everything. But minus the dents and whatnot in this thing. Oh, and there we go. This is something I've been waiting for some time. Right here we have the Air Max 720. I forget the Northern Lights colorway right there. This thing, it was, you know, like they sold out online, and then I went up to Seoul that weekend to see if maybe they had some, and they didn't either. They had the women's color, which Nobody bought that one. It's still in stock, that blue color, which is actually a nice blue, but yeah, it's like whatever. So I went on and looked through the rest of the mall, somewhat sad and distraught and disappointed, but I did, just because I was up there. And so now I get these, and I am liking this, definitely liking this, because the color, for one, it kind of reminds me of the. Actually, let me grab it since they happen to be out. It reminds me a lot of these, the other shoe that I was considering wearing today. Color-wise, they're very similar to these Megatron Vapormaxes. Yeah, very similar. That's crazy. I didn't even think about that like going into it, but there you have it. So if you happen to have a pair of these, that's almost exactly what these are like, just in a different silhouette. Anyways, so just getting past my personal thoughts and all that stuff and my sorrows that I went through to get these, let's look at this guy, right? So we're starting at the bottom. This has a pretty clear sole, like on the lower half of it, but the upper half has kind of like a glittery sort of effect going on. So I do question, after having spoken with Gunplay online in the comments, because he comments on some things, we have some back and forth, which is really cool about this whole YouTube thing, meeting different people. But we were talking about different colored soles for the Vapormaxes, which it would apply here because it's more or less the same, and how they yellow over time. So this is a clear-ish color, so I'll see how that goes over time. But anyways, as it is, just looking at the air bubble here, it's a lot of air. I mean, look at that thing. That's a lot of air. Like they advertise it like that, and sure enough, there it is. So I'm really interested to see how these feel. I know they're not really a performance shoe, more for like a lifestyle, casual sort of wear, just whenever you happen to go out sort of deal. But I am curious how it would be running in them. It seems like it might not be great, just because of the way the shoe looks to me right now, and how I would want something to flow with my foot. Anyways, so that's the sole. It's looking like it's going to be super comfortable. Possibly some potential for some yellowing, depending on which colorway. This one may be better off than some of the others, but we'll see. Moving on to the upper part here. It's I don't even know what to compare this to, but it feels a little weird. It almost feels like a jersey sort of material, like you might find on like some basketball shorts or something. And you got this little kick guard type of front thing going on here, which, okay, it's got that same sort of glittery vibe going on. And then just moving all around to here. I don't know if this is for breathability or what, but that's there. I mean, from the inside, you can't really see anything. It's just, the standard on the inside. But, because I was thinking maybe it would be something where you could, kind of like the reflective 350s, 350 V2s, where you can kind of see through there. It's not like that. That's just black because it's just made to be black. And then, it's like me. But moving on, you got this on the back here, same thing over here, and then on that side. And then across the tongue, you've got the Air Max. They didn't put the 720 on the logo, though, which is, I mean, they have it on the back here, right there. You can kind of sort of see it in the right angle. That's the right angle. But yeah, I guess they didn't go crazy with the branding, which is a good thing, honestly, because sometimes that's just distracting. But overall, I'm really liking this particular colorway, for one, because I'm a huge fan of like the purplish colors. So now the moment of truth is, how do these things fit? And that, oh man, given what I went through to get these here, I'm hoping they fit like I want them to. And if they don't, and they do, that is a sigh of relief like you wouldn't believe. So these are feeling pretty nice. So normally I don't do like the whole on foot thing, and I'm not going to do the whole on foot thing. There's enough of that out there, and I kind of don't want to do the extra editing, honestly. But just so I'm probably gonna cut here. But yeah, these I can't get a good feel for just the moving around because I'm just standing here. But I'm expecting that I am going to like these a fair amount. Also, one thing that I'll add in here, that lacing system there, I don't know, I really like that look. It just looks super clean to me, you know? I never really complained about that on anything. It's just because it never bothers me, but sometimes I just like it. So take that for what it's worth. But yeah, all around, the sizing on this, I'm going to say it's a true to size fit. Pretty nice. It didn't feel too snug. Didn't feel like there was too much room. To me, Tristan Stewart, this felt like a perfect fit. So yeah, super happy about how this whole thing turned out, minus the part of how it took forever and a day. And now moving on to the bottom of this guy here, because I just haven't noticed that just looks weird. Like when you look at that, it just seems a little strange to me, because it almost looks like some alien footprint. But I'm thinking it's gonna be okay though, because this stuff here that's around the outside, or around the bottom of the sole but only on the outside, looks very durable, almost like what you might see on like the bottom of some of the Vapormaxes. And so I'm feeling like these will be pretty durable as far as walking on different terrain and not having to worry about them busting on you. Though, again, if they do, and you are within the 2-year window of when the shoe was manufactured, not necessarily bought, but manufactured, then you can get a warranty or a voucher to replace them under Nike. See that? You gotta look deep in there. You can't quite see it. But if you look on your tongue, or sometimes it's on the side, you'll see the date in there. These were actually made in, I'm not sure which one of these dates. I think it's either August of 18 or October of 18, which actually, I think it's the later one. I'm not quite sure though, but that's my mom's birthday actually. So what a coincidence. And again, checking out the second one just because you got to make sure everything's in shape when you get these things. Okay, just a little bit of foam in there for some reason. But yeah, everything's looking really good on these. Definitely glad to have these around and glad how everything worked out. And so I'm going to wrap up this video because I feel like it has gone on for a long time. But there you have it. And again, I really like the packaging on this. I'm curious if that's a standard thing for these. I mean, the Vapormaxes had pretty standard extra style packaging with the white box and the silver hologram thing. Anyway, so there you have it. I'll grab the Vapormax there. This, true to size, nice purple color all around, good fit, not too heavy either, and it's looking like it's gonna hold up pretty well. So if you happen to be able to get your hands on a pair of these, which you can now, not necessarily this color, but they're doing that thing where the barrage of colors comes in. So don't buy any right now. That's my suggestion, because they're going to just flood the market. They do that every time a new model comes out. So you wait, you get that deal on the color that you kind of like, even if it's not the primary color you wanted, but at least you see how it holds up and if it's really even worth the money in your opinion. To me, I'm gonna go out on a limb here right now and say it is, even though I did spend more money than I should have on these. I mean, it's like $40 over what they're supposed to be, but sometimes you want them, so you do what you gotta do. That's it for me. I hope you enjoyed this. I did, and I will see you guys in a minute because I have another video to do. Have a nice day.